25th of March, 2186, I dove upon the planet Clepessa 4 again. A commando mission to destroy two anti-air emplacements in this area and to collect the black box of data for my own personal use and that of other chaos divers. Against these automatons I fight, and I dropped all that I had seen upon the planet and made short work of them. Something to note for others to understand when it comes to chaos. Other objectives and reasonings upon the planet are not important to us. We do not wipe out all sometimes upon these, but why would we? We do these missions and focus only on what is needed for our resources. Our enemies are against the Terminids, the automatons, and the Illuminate, but we fight for ourselves. That understanding of not worrying about Super Earth and the other Helldivers is also what drives us forward. These resources are gathered for us, for the Chaos Divers, for our own will and implement, and thus we fight for us and no others for Super Earth or the Helldivers. As I stated in prior, the resources and data that is gathered by us Chaos Divers is for our own use and black market of goods and our own diving abilities. What must be understood is that we do things for us against our enemies as needed, no matter how dark or how dangerous it is. The resources gathered in all of such things is of use against our own black market, one of which is not to be known to other divers or for Super Earth. How do you think we are able to gather for such things as these other war bonds? Well, amongst the battlefields, we collect this gear from fallen divers for our own purposes. We gather all that we need for such things, but we work on our own, or for divers that fall to chaos. They slowly decide to gather such things for themselves, and then their squad is wiped from the map and the abilities of other divers. I say these things for this journal that I have found merely for the fact of some knowledge and some understanding that might be had for other divers. And just know, this information returned to Super Earth will not be of enough help for you. You will not find us on the battlefields. You will not see how we work. But we will continue to do our bidding and part in these wars. But know this, the greed that we have and the selfishness is for us alone. I will leave with such at the end of this marking for this journal. I will continue to dive for my own purposes. I will continue to destroy the enemies against humanity, but not